Narrated Amr bin Yahya. My father said, I saw Amr bin Abi hasten asking Abdullah bin Zayd about the ablution of the Prophet. Abdullah bin Zayd asked for an earthenware pot containing water, and performed ablution in front of them. He poured water over his hands and washed them thrice. Then he put his right hand in the pot and rinsed his mouth and washed his nose by putting water in it and then blowing it out thrice with 3 handfuls of water. Again he put his hand in the water and washed his face thrice. After that he put his hand in the pot and washed his forearms up to the elbows twice, and then again put his hand in the water and passed wet hands over his head by bringing them to the front, and then to the back, and once more he put his hand in the pot, and washed his feet up to the ankles. Narrated Wuhaib, that he the Prophet in narration 191 above had passed his wet hands on the head once only. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar, during the lifetime of Allah's messenger, men and women used to perform ablution together. Narrated Jabir, Allah's messenger came to visit me while I was sick and unconscious. He performed the ablution and sprinkled the remaining water on me, and I became conscious and said, O Allah's messenger, to whom will my inheritance go, as I have neither ascendants nor descendants? Then the divine verses regarding Faraid inheritance were revealed. Narrated Anas, it was the time for prayer, and those whose houses were near got up and went to their people to perform ablution, and there remained some people sitting. Then a painted stove pot mikdab containing water was brought to Allah's messenger, as the pot was small, not broad enough for one to spread one's hand in, yet all the people performed ablution. The sub-narrator said, we asked Anas, how many persons were you? Anas replied, we were 80 or more. It was one of the miracles of Allah's messenger. Narrated Abu Musa, once the Prophet asked for a tumbler containing water. He washed his hands and face in it, and also threw a mouthful of water in it. Narrated Abdullah bin Zayd, once Allah's messenger came to us, and we brought out water for him in a brass pot. He performed ablution thus. He washed his face thrice, and his forearms to the elbows twice, then passed his wet hands lightly over the head from front to rear, and brought them to front again, and washed his feet up to the ankles. Narrated Aisha, when the ailment of the Prophet became aggravated and his disease became severe, he asked his wives to permit him to be nursed, treated in my house. So they gave him the permission. Then the Prophet came to my house with the support of 2 men, and his legs were dragging on the ground between Abbas and another man. Ubaidullah, the sub-narrator, said, I informed Abdullah bin Abbas of what Aisha said. Ibn Abbas said, do you know who was the other man? I replied in the negative. Ibn Abbas said he was Ali bin Abi Talib. Aisha further said, when the Prophet came to my house and his sickness became aggravated, he ordered us to pour 7 skins full of water on him, so that he might give some advice to the people. So he was seated in a mikdab brass tub belonging to Hafsa, the wife of the Prophet. Then all of us started pouring water on him from the water skins till he beckoned to us to stop, and that we have done what he wanted us to do. After that he went out to the people.